Hello, baddies. Let's get locked back into my Stardew playthrough. This is part 2. Let's get into it on day 12. I walk outside, do my usual jiggy jiggy, you know what I mean, and I get some mail. Do you know what this mail says? That tomorrow's the Egg Festival. Now, normal Stardew players are excited about this information. I, however, am not, but it's okay. This year, I'm gonna beat Abigail. This is the year I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna beat Abigail. Anyways, sorry, y'all. Let me lock back into the game. We're gonna grab a few things here and we're gonna go fishing. The goal is to grab a few gifts for some of the villagers just to get their friendships up and, fish. Before I leave, I decided to go ahead and water some of my plants, and I need to get sprinklers so bad. Watering these plants are driving me crazy. Anyways, I put my watering can back, and then I head to town. And guess what I get after 12 days? I got the community center cutscene. And I was so excited to finally start chowing down on this dang community center that guess what I did? I let Lewis talk for like 5 seconds. And then me and him walk in the community center, what typical Stardew players do. And then I got so excited, I saw the inside. I skipped it. I did skip it. Because I've seen it a number of times. And if you guys haven't seen it, you should play the game. Sorry, womp womp. Tried to go see my husband Harvey. It was too early. I kind of hate that rule. I feel like since we're meant to be, I should be able to walk in his a hospital at any time of the day, but it's fine. We're just gonna go to the community center and finally touch the little scroll thing, so I can get the trigger to talk to Rasmodius at some point. And look at this darn place. Tisk tisk tisk. In my other playthroughs, my community center or whatever. My community center is beautiful. Anyways, yeah. That whatever that means. So we're gonna go ahead and get working on everything else in this world because I forgot what I did this day, not gonna lie. It's coming back to me. I remember I went down to see my husband because he was open, and guess what, he was there. Oh, my honey Harvey. This whole video is just gonna be me talking about how in love with Harvey I am, by the way. Just a warning. So if you don't like Harvey, go ahead and click off the video. Kidding, kidding, kidding. I decided to go down to the forest and fish a little bit. I didn't do too much fishing because after literally I think I caught 2 fish, I realized I hadn't fished much at the beach, and there was a few things in the community center and in general that I needed from the beach, and I just wanted to have for myself. So I catch this fish, and then I run away. I grab my chest, and then I go about my business. Actually, I think I did fish more here because my energy's low. Not the point. Let's head to the beach. While you watch me play, I'm gonna complain a little bit. I did some foraging, by the way. I don't remember what I came to the beach for besides the fish, but I'm foraging. Anyways, as you guys know, if you've watched a couple of my other videos, I had pneumonia for about a month, right? Maybe 3 weeks. Anyways, so if you hear my voice sound funky, it's because I have to continually clear my throat. And then I sold some fish for cash. I'm gonna get to a point, y'all. My fault. The point is, if I sound gross, it's because of the pneumonia I had a month ago. Because I keep coughing and clearing my throat, and I don't know, something just in my chest assist ain't right. This is me trying to find out where I should place my chest so the NPCs don't knock it out, because later, oh my god, Sam took something from me later in this playthrough, and you're gonna see it, and it's literally gonna piss you off like it pissed me off. Anyways, back to the original back to the original scheduled program. I'm fishing. Yeah, I'm fishing. Anyways, yeah, I caught it. I think I caught this fish. Let's find out. Let's watch this together and see if I found the fish. I found it. I got it. Perfect. And y'all saw that? Perfect and first catch. Who can fish like me? Anyways, I fished the day away. And now I'm low on energy. I decided to toss some of that stuff in the chest. Whatever I end up whatever I end up not taking home, I'll just leave it in the chest because who needs junk? After my day and night of fishing, I go ahead and take the fish and a few, well, one important thing because I also don't have much storage. Anyways, I take that, I mean inventory space, and I take that and I go back to the Kriboskis. I go ahead and toss in my chest what I decide to keep. Why did I pick up my hoe? I don't know. Bars. Whatever I'm keeping, I toss in there. Whatever I don't keep, you know where it goes. In your mom's butt. Kidding. Sorry. I ship it away and I get money for it. I just ran back and forth for 2 seconds trying to tell a joke. Um, yeah. Anyways, yeah, ship those. Yeah, hope you guys are enjoying this. You guys, this video is gonna have more sound effects because I just found out my editing software has sound effects. I've been using the software since literally middle school. Did not have sound effects. I thought I had to go and actually record the sound effects to upload them. Yeah. 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 Anyways, day 13 is the egg festival. Once I'm outside, I go ahead and water my garden. Actually, I water my grass first, and then I harvest, what's ready to be harvested. What I didn't take into account is that I needed money for the strawberries, so instead of going in with more bucks, I went in with 2.8k. Is that how you read that? 2.8k. Anyways, the point is, yeah, because I forgot I forgot about the strawberries. I knew, but I forgot, and then I forgot, but I knew, which is why I didn't have more money. But I don't have to explain myself to y'all. Just watch this playthrough for real, for real. I went a little early and had to stand there like an idiot. So I stood there. And then I stood there because I forgot to look back up at the screen. What point do y'all think I noticed? Do y'all think like 10 o'clock? Or... Because low-key, I don't remember. I'm watching this with y'all for real. Insert Jeopardy sound. Okay, I go. And then I arrive at the egg festival. The goal here, get the strawberries and talk to Shane. I don't like him, but I need to talk to everyone anyways. But it's fine. It's fine. Before I start the festival, I decided to do a little quick double check to make sure I've talked to everyone. And unfortunately, there were still question marks on there. So I had to go back and do another quick little spin around the block. I did find a couple people that I need to talk to. Once I completed my greetings, I went ahead and bought the strawberries. And you see I'm trying to be fruitful with what I spend. And then halfway into buying my strawberries, I realized that they're literally going to bring me so much money back. It didn't matter. I could have spent the last of my money, but I'm hard-headed. And then I still had to go meet people because, chat, I don't know. I just be doing stuff, but I start the game anyway. And this is where we lock in, y'all. This is where we get serious. I'm not laughing. I'm not playing. This is where we get serious. Since I don't want to get copywritten, I'm gonna sing the Nicki Romans song where she's like, anyways. I'm gonna put him in a dungeon under. Great. Anyways, pretend that was Nicki and this was that TikTok sound over this portion of the song. Of the video. Yeah. Anyways, thank you, Nikki, for singing over my video. Anyways, I got 9 eggs, y'all, and I thought I won. Chat. That bitch Abigail. Listen. Me and Abigail. You see how I was pausing Abigail so long? It's because I was crashing out. I wanted that hat, but it's okay. Next year, right? Okay. Okay, y'all, I'm not gonna crash out again. It's fine. I just can't stand that purple headed hoe. That's why your daddy Rasmodius. Yeah. Yeah, I said it. Yeah. Anyways, I went home and I planted my strawberries. I should have restarted the day, bro. But it's okay, bro. Next year, bro. Anyways, I went to bed and cried myself to sleep that night. And then I looked at all the money I didn't get that day. And then I just got mad at Abigail again. And then it's a new day. On to better things. On to torturing Abigail the rest of the playthrough. Anyways, we checked the TV. I had to do the Queen of Sauce. Mind you guys, I am very, very bad throughout this whole playthrough remembering to either watch the Queen of the Sauce days or the reruns. And I just can never remember to do it. I think living the playthrough, I'm going to try to like add signs everywhere just to remember to do a lot of things as we progress in this playthrough. Because my memory is not great, and fortunately but unfortunately, as time goes on, your tasks just become larger and larger. But yeah, anyways, for day 14, I decide to spend most of my day selling my soul to the mines. In Jesus' name we rebuke. Unless you're not really religious, then it doesn't even matter. Anyways, we spend our day in the mines, and let me tell you, it was one hell of a day. As mentioned 1,000 times before, the goal is to 100% this game at some point. So I do my best to try to like fight off any enemy I see whenever I see them. Unless it's like that. I'm not about to pick that rock just to fight you, little boy. Go on somewhere. Actually, I don't know if that was a boy slime, but he is now. So yeah, I just try to fight as many enemies as much as I can to get that combat up, because in every world I'm really bad at combat. I'll literally just mine and mind my business until Skull Cavern, because that's different. But yeah, also had a quest I forgot about for the slimes, so that's just gonna be what it's like watching me play this damn game. I get to 420 and I eat a potato because my, energy is real low. And then I eat another potato. Also to clear up my storage. I did get to 420. I'm tired. I got a still small sword. I did use that bad boy. I did. The moment I got down to it, I sure did. My issue is though, I really don't fully understand what weapons are the best in this game. I really don't. I look at the wiki and it looks like they're speaking Spanish to me, honestly. And I don't speak much Spanish at all. I know like 5 words. Okay, I know more than that. Actually, my Duolingo streak is 564 days. So, how about them apples? Anyways, the point is, what are we doing? Yeah, I'm doing this Duolingo video. Yeah, wait, what? After me losing brain cells 2 seconds ago, I get down to 422 and can't go anywhere else. So I go back to my land. I do some smelting. Oh, brother, I need to go to sleep. And yeah, we go to sleep. We pet our cat. I'm also trying to get all of my friendships up with my cats. We got to level money too. My cats. With my animals. Oh my god. Which I do get animals at some point, and you guys are going to be so proud of me. On day 15, we get a letter. This is just Evelyn telling me how my plants won't go over to season. Yeah, we heard you, girl. Because who didn't know that already? After watering my crops, I decided to do some foraging just because this is the first day of salmonberry season, I think. Or I just remembered that I should be getting them now. Either or. The point is, I go get me some damn berries. I pick up this little daffodil. And I head to town. This is the moment I remember I need to be gifting Shane and Harvey mainly throughout this first year. Even though I just gave them the wrong gift. Let's not talk about it. I kind of give a lot of wrong gift giving. Because I wish this game was like other games where like there's stuff they don't like, but also there's stuff that they are neutral with. Which I know there's stuff they're neutral with. But, like, I mean, I need them to be neutral with whatever I give them. Does that make sense? Oh, God, I'm a problem. Anyways, I go ahead and go to the... Ooh, what's this place called? The museum? Damn. Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. I go ahead and go here. I need to... Whoa, let me finish a thought. Previously, I needed to give Shane because I want blue chickens. I go here and give to the museum because I want some of the rewards. And I know you get a furnace and some other good things from him. And yeah, so I'm really harping on that. Also, just to clean up my inventory a little bit because I had so many geodes and frozen geodes and all of that crap to get rid of. So why not start knocking those out? After he yapped me for 20 minutes, I finally go ahead and donate a few things. I don't have much. I'm going to try to keep this very organized. I don't remember how I did in my previous worlds, but I really liked it. But I know I'm going to try to put like totems and stuff on one table, geodes and rocks and jewels and stuff on another. Just to like keep things like look kind of cute and fancy, you know what I mean? Anyways, I head back over to the forest, trying to grab these salmon berries, and I get another cutscene. It's the sewage cutscene. Now let's talk about it. Cause where are y'all parents? Why are y'all over here at the sewer in the first place? Cause what if the Wicked Witch of the north, south, east or west was down there, and now y'all cursed? Like, go home. Like, what are you doing? And then you're gross. Like, why would you want to be near the sewers? Now what? What if it was down there? Then what? Then what? What would y'all be doing? Crying, calling for your mama. Well, that's too bad. Because the clown got you. Look at you looking stupid. Look at you running away. Goofy. After yelling at the kids like I'm their mom, I go ahead and do some more foraging as I head over to Resmodius's house. I'm trying to get as much of this as possible because since I still don't have a kitchen, the salmon berries will really help with the hunger. Also because I'm horrible at getting money in this game, but that's neither here nor there. We get to Rasmodius's house, and yeah, he's odd. So that's definitely Abigail's father. I believe it, even if it's a lie. The developers are lying because that is his child. Anyways, for some good reason, me as a farmer living here for 15 days, I go to the mysterious wizard that lives in this valley, and then I let him freaking drug me, and then look at me over here, can't breathe, heaving, I feel funny, and next thing you know, I'm seeing green, and then I'm seeing trees, and then they're just dancing around me. Because in what world is this smart? Of course, it's a video game, but you guys, if you are ever in the situation, you move to a land and you've known these people for 15 days and you're trying to fall in love with the guy there named Harvey, please don't let the wizard, or that the town people call the wizard, drug you. Please don't drink his mysterious liquor, none of that. Anyways, for game purposes, that worked for me, so now I can read the scrolls and I can start I can start working on the community center. Anyways, I head home and decided to plant the cauliflower seeds and water those since I got those from Gunther for donating, which is so cute and fun. See, I wish he did more seeds. Anyways, the rest of the day, I sell my life to the pond or the river, whatever this is, and I fish because I need money desperately in this game. I did decide to look at the community center like as an overview just to keep in mind what I need to grab. I've done this a few times, so I have the right idea, but I still need to remember like what numbers of each, like what quantity of each thing and what season and all of those things. So that's kind of just me doing a little skim over. Of course, this is only one room. But yeah. The goal when I was looking at the community center was to see what spring fish I needed specifically since the season's not quite to the end, but I still need to keep in mind like if there's a rainy day I have to catch specific fish. So I need to keep those things in mind. But unfortunately, because I have to do one room at a time and then it opens other bundles, I couldn't see the fish. So I'm kind of just taking a guess here what fish I needed. Um, yeah. Anyways, I do like that they do that though because it's less overwhelming. But for me, like a pro gamer, just throw them all at me for real. I will say I'm also trying to keep a good like amount of fish too because I do want to get the fish smoker, smoke the fish, and then sell them for more money later down the line. and then also hoard some fish because that's just me. Anyways, we go get some shut eye, and I make only a couple change that night, which again I still need money in this game, unfortunately. And so for day 16, you know what we do? Wake up, get mail. I'm not reading whatever Pierre said, but okay, cool. Hope you guys read it, because I don't care. Anyways, and so I just had to head to town, because my garden was already watered. I think I watered it and cut it out and forgot that I watered it. Yeah, I think I watered that. Anyways, I got some new ideas to sleep on, so I'm definitely leveling up. You guys, I need to go to sleep. This was a horrible idea to record at like 12 a.m. Anyways, I head to town. I also, one thing I'm really bad at is birthdays. I am so bad at checking birthdays. My favorite thing to do is to buy the calendar. And then sometimes, in one of my gameplays, I bought the calendar, put it in my house, still forgot to check the calendar. So I know that's user error, but that's okay. I'm learning. Anyways, I go give Georgia Leak and give out a few gifts. As you can see, I'm not doing too great because I know y'all saw while I was yapping. Alex didn't like his gift, which who even likes Alex? When we go to Pierre's, which I came there to like upgrade my storage, I did not care about what was going on here. Apparently, Pierre and Morris are just yapping at the mouth. Do y'all want to see this, or do y'all want me to talk over it? How do y'all want this to proceed? I could just spam a bunch of sounds. Anyways, the point is Morris offers a coupon over his stuff, so he takes his customers. So he could take the customers to his. Bro, just play the game by yourselves. Leave me alone. Anyways, oh, there's more. I don't remember this. Yeah, Morris did eat though, because if Pierre's is in the center of the town, why was y'all so quick to leave Pierre's? Y'all kind of scandalous. And like, aren't y'all friends? Anyways, justice for Pierre, even though I hate him. And guess what I get? A backpack upgrade, you guys. Finally. Now bear with me, because that last upgrade, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm still actively recording fall, and I still have not upgraded my third backpack, my third inventory slot. So, don't hate me. Whilst I'm out, I go ahead and give Maru a gift, and then I go ahead and take the money that I got from gift giving, and I decide to look and see what I need to give Gus. The issue is, I go fishing to get said bream. I don't get said bream. I get fish, sell fish, and forget Gus need bream. This is a common thing I do throughout this playthrough, is I forget to complete tasks. Anyways, I do go ahead and sell the broken glasses. I usually give them to Granny Evelyn just to get friendship points up, but she'll be okay, bro. I got the rest of this damn playthrough to give her a gift. Anyways, I did decide to toss the rest of my things into storage, and then I go ahead and decide to do a little bit of foraging. By foraging, I mean getting wood, because I'm extremely low on wood. And yes, I took all of the stuff in my inventory to bring 4 back. I do stupid stuff all the time. Like when I'm watching this back, I'm like, girl, what the hell were you doing? You guys are probably asking me what I was doing, and I couldn't tell you. I'm just living life and playing Stardew, to be honest. As I exhausted myself and didn't really know what else to do, I decided to go to sleep at 5 p.m. I sure did not do it again. Got to level 3 foraging, and I got to level 6 fishing, which is beautiful. Love that for me. Still not too much money coming in. I literally can never understand how people, like, this day in freaking spring, year 1, they already have, like, 20K. What am I doing wrong? I just don't understand. Anyways, I decide to get up, water my crops. I do this every day until I get sprinklers at level 6. I didn't want to waste my time making the one sprinklers that only water like 4 squares, which is why I'm still watering. I don't know, I might be stupid. Anyways, I decided to go ahead and go to the mines. I started level 20, And the goal is to get as much ore as possible just because I want to upgrade some tools. And there's a lot of crafting I need to do that requires copper bars. So yeah, I might as well lock in. Whilst I have you guys in a trance, I'm gonna take time to yap to y'all for a couple seconds. One, if you hear cicadas in my background, and a fan, it's because it's August heat. It's summer. Womp womp. I could be recording this on my laptop, but I mean on my desktop, but y'all listen. Editing these are so freaking hard. Like, let me tell you, cause I'm not. Obviously, I'm a low budget streamer. I'm a low budget gamer, because I'm not queso. I'm not Brittany. I'm not Berleezy. I'm not Corey. I ain't got money, y'all. So I'm editing this on my iPad. So y'all kind of just gonna hear stuff in my background until I'm big balling, shot calling. You know what I mean? Anyways, so yeah, sorry about my background. Also, I almost cut off my goddamn finger today. I made some food. Listen, y'all, in high school, I literally took culinary class. They taught me how to cut stuff without, while protecting my fingertips. And guess what I almost did? Cut off my damn finger because I wasn't protecting said fingertips. I'm awesome, clearly. Okay, I listened to it back, and I know I put I don't have money and iPad in the same sentence, but the iPad was a gift when I started college. So listen, y'all, I did not buy this myself, okay? Because the new gen iPads are expensive. So yeah, I didn't buy this. Somebody, a family member got it for me like 2 years ago now. I don't have to explain myself to y'all. Anyways, watch me beat up these slime. One thing you're going to notice about me also in this gameplay is that combat, right? I'm trying to level up my combat as much as possible, since that's kind of the hardest to do unless you're going to Skull Cavern, which I don't even have that unlocked yet. But there's times where I'm so desperate to get to each floor, I'll literally be running away from monsters. So, I had to do what I had to do. Whoop-de-doo-de-doo. Booty-doo-de-doo. Hooty-hooty-hoo. Okay, let's go to the next part of the video, y'all. I'm just talking. I'm only able to get down to 433 before I run out of food and energy. So, head back home, toss everything in my little chest that are still extremely unorganized, and then I head to sleep. I get to level 2 combat over the night, which is a little nice. I've never actually used the life elixir, but yeah, I have it, I guess. For day 18, I do a lot of scattered tasks here, okay? We have a lot to do, but I can't focus on one. So I get mail saying that Willie has some new rods for me, which is nice because I love my little rod, but I need better quality fish. So what I do, I go down to the forest, I go foraging. And then I go scavenging for some forage, and then I go back home, and then I go give. Usually as I walk past villagers, I like toss some stuff if I have it in my inventory, I'll know. Or if I know I have something they like, I'll just go ahead and give it to them. It doesn't hurt to get a couple points here and there for friendship. Again, I have to max out all of them, so it's not gonna hurt. When I went down to the beach to fish, I did find a dried starfish, which I have to take to Gunther, which is really cool. And then I fish. The goal here is also to buy a fish smoker and get a new rod. And that's going to take a while because I don't know if y'all see that check up there. It's low. I decided to take some wood over to this little bridge, but then I remembered it needed 300 and not 200. So that foraging for wood was for no reason. So anyways, I go back to fishing to not lose my brain cells. I go ahead and sell what I got to Willie, and then I'm like, oh, is this enough to buy either the new fishing rod or the smoker? Not even close. So I go and change my bobber style. I always change my bobber style to random because I feel like, why not give me a little surprise every time I'm fishing? After that, I go to Gunther's to donate to the museum. I don't know what style I'm going for the museum, but we're just gonna go with the flow. And again, here I am just tossing things to villagers with whatever I have in my inventory. Also, I don't like Haley, so I could have given her a knuckle sandwich for all I care. And then I do some more wood chopping because I need wood for the bridge and in general. So, clearly I'm good at that. Anyways, also, I noticed on this farm, it has mainly the, oh, I don't know what type of oak trees. Are those oak trees? Anyways, I have some type of tree. And I don't have the other trees on my farm a lot, so I kind of, whenever I see those, I just knock those out. But anyways, for day 19, I wake up and then I don't move. And then I do move. I don't know why I was sitting in my bed, but I sure was a good reason. On day 19, I wake up to some mail from Judy saying she needs a cauliflower for one of her recipes. And so I take initiative to immediately put that straight in my inventory so I know to take that to Jody. Now, does it get to Jody immediately? Not at all. So we go look at the community center. And I decided to just to glaze over, skim over the things that I need just so I can remember what I need to take to the community center. And so I decided to do a quick little run there. And lucky for me, I had a few things to go ahead and finish off a few bundles. So I go ahead and do the spring forage bundle, and I get some seeds back in return, which I can't remember if I planted or not, but I did get some seeds back, which is nice. I go ahead and watch as 2 more rooms open. Oh, that's my dog, y'all. Hold on. Oh, sorry, I have a teacup Yorkie, so she sounds like a yelp when she barks. She's literally 3 pounds. Anyways, yeah, so I did go ahead and look at the new bundles that opened. It was the fish tank and another room. I forgot what that room's for. But yeah, I do realize that I have some more of those things, so I decided to run back to the Krabowskis, grab another few things from for the community center, and I go back and put as much as I could in to community center because I'm trying to finish it as soon as possible. And lucky me, I was able to finish another few bundles, but also it makes me feel better knowing I'm putting some stuff in even if I'm not completing it, because I still feel like I'm making even just a little bit of progress, and it's just refreshing in my brain. Some people like to just hoard it all and then do it all at once, but I'm not the type of person. So anyways, I got completed the spring crops bundle, and I got some speed grow back, which was really nice. I'm really bad at using fertilizer in this game, really bad, and you're gonna notice this later on. This opens the room for me to get the mine cart. I think this is the boiler room. So that's also one thing I really want to focus on because, y'all, I hate going back and forth to the mines and to Clint. It really sucks. After that, I decided to go get some more parsnips because in the community center, I need 5 gold star parsnips and some other crops. But for the spring specifically, it has to be parsnips. So I tried to hurry up and do that. I go down to the forest and decide to do some fishing with the remainder of my 5% energy. And also I know that there's some fish in here that I need to get only on rainy days, so I tried my best to do that. At the last second, I remember Jody needed her cauliflower, and I take that to her. Lucky me, and she gave me a little bit of coin. Thank you, honeys. Anyways, yeah, so I do get some quests done. It's just not often. I go ahead and head back to Cinderside Forest and go check the traveling cart that I check once every freaking video. I love me some Big Bertha because that's what I named her, Big Bertha, and her pig is Piggly Wiggly. I don't really know. We didn't give the pig a name. That's neither here nor there. I decided to get the rest of the wood for this little bridge over here, and I finally completed it, which is nice. I usually try to complete this the first week on or week in game. But I didn't this time. It took a little longer, but who cares? Anyways, I do some foraging on this little island over here, and this weird guy is just standing there. I have no idea what he's for, but every time I talk to him, he just tells me I'm not ready, and it just makes me want to push him in the ocean, but I guess that's not right. I decided to stop at the Star Drop Saloon and give away some gifts. I actually was there first to buy stuff, but I didn't really want to park my money, so I go ahead and toss Willie a chub. I buy a beer for good old Pam, even though that's how the bus ended up out of service, but I guess that's not my business because I didn't live here when that happened. I go ahead and go to sleep, and I get to level 3 farming overnight. On day 20, I wake up and I go harvest my 1 cauliflower and then water the rest of my plants. I do decide to do some fishing at the beach. I couldn't remember exactly what fish I needed, but I knew I needed some beach fish. And before I looked at the wiki, I realized most of them were night fish, but it's fine. I did see this little place to fish that had the bubbles, but I forgot what they're for. Anyways, I go ahead and decide to do some foraging after I fished in that little area. And I wanted to give out a few gifts. When I went to town, I realized I didn't have anything in my inventory, so I had to go find something, and then I went to go give it to my husband, Harvey. You know how I feel about my man. Anyways, with the fish I caught, I took it home. I kept some, I sold some, and me rich. Me not rich. Me JK, me JK. And then with my little bit of energy, I go ahead and chop down all of 20 pieces of wood, probably less, and then I go to sleep. That was a very short day. I'm wasting a lot of daylight and season here, I'm aware. I'm not a pro by any means. Yeah. For day 21, I decided to go ahead and wake up because that's what bad bitches do. We wake up tired. The bookseller was in town, and I did decide to go look at the TV. I got a recipe because I remember to look at the TV this time. Lucky me. Also, it's raining. That means no watering vegetables for me. And then I decide, why not? Let's go run my little ornaments and stuff that I found around the valley to Gunther. But then he wasn't open. So I fished and caught all of maybe 3 fish, and then he opened, and then I went straight in there to donate my few little items. Now, it was not much, but it was enough for me to want it out of my inventory. You know what I mean? Anyways, I get out to the ocean and decide I'm going to sell some fish, the 3 fish, the 2 fish to Willie. I'm really trying to save up for that smoker, but I'm also getting slightly impatient because I want money to come in faster, but whatever. I go back into town to accept a quest to see if there are any for money, and there was one from Marnie. Does the quest get done? Nope. Anyways, I also decide to let's stop by the bookseller. Could I afford anything at the bookseller? Hell no. I also remember there's this little Easter egg behind his little balloon, but I couldn't reach the gift, so I walked away without beating the bookseller up because it's totally his fault. Anyways, I decided to fish. And that is what I do for the remainder of the day. Not a lot of like jump and skipping tasks all over. Whatever I did catch, I lied. I went home to smelt. Y'all, this is rough. Anyways, the point is, I went home to smelt, and I also wanted to make a furnace, and I realized I didn't have enough copper to make another furnace. So we are, whatever. But I did have enough to upgrade my tools, so I decided to upgrade my pickaxe first, right? Because if I upgrade my pickaxe, I can go mine for more ore, and it's easier. So that's what I did. And then I fished for the rest of the day because I had a lot of energy, and I feel like this was the easiest, smart, and like money efficient way. I did get a little chest here, and I almost lost the fish, which is not even a hard fish. I'm just horrible at fishing at every game. Anyways, and then I got some new ideas to sleep on, which means I leveled up. And in the little chest, I didn't get anything too special, but also wasn't horrible. So from there, I go home. I go ahead and toss some of the stuff in my chest and in the shipping bin because, again, I need money and money needs me. We locked in tight like a butthole. What does that mean? I don't know. And then I decided to go to sleep because I'm so over it. But I did get to level fishing 7. And guess how much money I got? I got 1,000. What can I say? I'm that girl. Money, I attract moolah. Sorry. On day 22, I get my first fresh set of strawberries. Oh, they're so beautiful. I'm going to have so much money. I decided to sell most of them. I keep a good chunk too because I want to make wine into them and sell that later once I can get kegs. I decided to do a bunch of chopping for wood. Apparently, I run out of this quite quick. And I don't even know where it's going. Like, I'm looking back at this and it's just like I don't have it. I don't get it. I did decide to give some gifts, and of course Haley didn't like her gift, and I decided to slice her up. I wish you could hit villagers in this game. Anyways, I gave Marnie something too, because she's nicer. I literally cannot stand Haley. Anyways, moving on, I decided to go grab some salads, because at some point I knew I wanted to go to the mines, and salads are a pretty good source of nutrition. Also, I stopped and gave my man Harvey something, and then I went back to chopping wood. I kind of hate that I do a lot of this back and forth. But anyways, I decided to go to sleep at 5 because, again, yeah. I got level 4 in foraging and fishing. Actually, I don't know what the first one said, so I think it was fishing. Y'all get the point. Anyways, so yeah. On day 23, still in year 1, mind you. It's raining, and my pickaxe is ready, and I'm so freaking excited. Since it's raining, I only have to harvest my crops, which was nice. Before I left, I did check my mail, and it's just a flower dance, and no one goes to the flower dance year 1. Come on, because you just stand there and watch them dance. Mind you, they all look horrible and can't dance. Anyways, I did go to Clint's, and I arrived an hour early. So I stand out there and try to dance at his door to coax him into opening the door a little bit sooner. Coerce him to open the door. Y'all get the point. It didn't work. So I stood there. And then I went in, and I got my beautiful copper pickaxe. Ah, insert heavenly noises, you know what I mean? Anyways, so then I leave. After my trip to the museum, I decided to give Pierre a daffodil. I'm really bad at gifting Pierre because in my brain he's like Gunther. Like, he's just there. You don't really need to interact with him. But I actually do have to interact with him. After that, I decided to buy some parsnips because I'm still trying to get the 5 gold star quality parsnips. And so I do that. I go ahead and head back home, plant those immediately since I don't have to water them. W rain. And then I decide that this would be a great time to start prepping my inventory to go to the mines. Now, what I do decide to do is leave the house and not clear out my inventory, but you know what? Hell yeah, with a mission and conviction. That's all that matters. I did grab a horseradish and some leeks. I feel like that would be a good source of energy because I'm also really bad at bringing food to the mines, but that's neither here nor there. I start at level 31 and I get down to 40 and I get the little slingshot. But I never use the slingshot, like ever. And every gameplay, never use that damn slingshot. So it's just gonna sit in a chest somewhere. Unfortunately, I did spend a little bit too much time in the mines, and I passed out a millimeter away from my bed. A millimeter. Can y'all effing believe it? But I got to level 3 mining. I got some money for my parsnips. Awesome. But I was so pissed at my computer when I recorded this, like, no shot. Like, I was right there. Anyways, I didn't take a penalty, which was nice, so. I go ahead from there and do some smelting, and because I need a lot of copper bars. And then from there, I grab my watering can and I water my crops, because it didn't rain today, unfortunately. I decided to go to town and do some fishing since it's the flower dance, and it's not really many villagers I can interact with. So I decided it's time to get some coin to level up my gameplay a little bit. And then I catch all of 5 fish and I walk away. Harvey. Oh my man. I don't, proper name, place name, stuff. I don't know what he said, but yeah, that's my man, y'all. We gonna be married next episode. Not really, but y'all get the point. Next year. I go ahead and go through my my chest, and decide to part my ways with some things to go sell. I also decided to clear my plot a little bit, mainly because I wanted to go over to my little geode area and do some mining in that area because I needed a lot of copper, a lot of stone, a lot of things in general. So this is me doing a little bit of mining in that area. I do really think I like this farm. Also, I watched another gameplay on YouTube and I saw someone do the forest farm where the tree things respawn, and I feel like that would have been a good farm to choose too in another life. But I don't know, I kind of like this whole geode area, especially because I like mining, so that's really fun. I did end up taking everything and tossing it right back in and going to sleep. I go to sleep early a lot of times because I hate eating food to replenish my energy. Anyways, on day 25, it's off to a new, fresh start, and I decide to go on down to the beach and do a bit of foraging. While I was at the beach, I also decided to fish a little bit. I don't think I need any more fish from this season from the community center, but again, trying to save for the smoker, so I'm impatient and I sell everything immediately to Willie. Mind you, I still didn't get much money from this, but it's okay. A little can go a long way.
Coming off a bridge.
I also realized I to build a silo
Let's
since I'm
talk
gonna get
custody.
chicken coop soon.
Any kids?
And I need
My
clay.
daughter,
I
she's
have
a work
like
in
one of my names,
progress.
so I
My
decided to
son
just start
Tyler. He's my
looking
friend
and
Joy.
hoeing and
Where's
looking.
your wife? Doctor put her.
That was a crazy sentence. Anyways, I also decided to get some more wood because again, I am always losing wood and I don't even know how. What am I making? I've seen myself make barely anything. I stop by Robin's and I go ahead and construct my coop, you guys. I'm gonna have chicken soon. I'm so excited. I go ahead and construct that. That's mainly why I needed the wood. Also, I knew that if I didn't get more wood, I was gonna be low on wood anyway. Anyways, after leaving Robin's, I go ahead and go into town. I see a couple villagers and I decide to speak to them. I didn't really have anything to give them, so I just decided to go back to my plot, my farm, and I decided to take a little bit of food, waste my food, unfortunately, because I still don't have a kitchen, and do a little bit more hoeing for clay, instead of checking geodes, of course. But also, to be fair, I don't have much money to process the geodes to see if clay is in them. But I was able to get a furnace, another furnace. It's only 2 furnaces right now that I have to do all my smelting, but it's a process. We all start from somewhere. And lucky me, I'm not a sweat like some of you YouTubers on here, man. I don't know. I can't speed run this game. At least not yet. Moving on to day 26. I wake up and I have another set of fresh strawberries to sell and keep, of course, because I need money. I sell most of them and then I keep some of them, again, for wine later on in my gameplay. I did get $500 from Dad and from Grandpa. Anyways, I go down. Robin's still not done with my coop. Like, girl, get to it. I do decide to go ahead and plant some trees on this area because I want to get some of those those mushroom logs and try to get some mushrooms. Since I didn't choose the mushroom cave, I ended up choosing the bat cave, and in my brain it makes sense to plant those seeds and then knock down those trees, and so I do that and then plant more seeds. I don't know what I don't know why this made sense to me, but I did it. Yeah, and I'm gonna stand on that, you know what I mean? Moving on. This is kind of where I am in terms of levels of everything. I just kind of wanted to show you guys, and also I need to get a glimpse of where I'm at to see, like, approximately where I'll be, like, or like what season I'll try to get to 10, or almost be at 10 at least. I decided to stop at the Star Drop Saloon and get some salads to go back into the mines at some point, which again I really didn't even have the money for that, but I guess it's neither here nor there. I go to this little area and try to get some more clay, and it's not really proving fruitful, so I'm just hoeing at this point. I did get a couple trees whilst I was over here, which is nice because, again, always need wood. It's never a shortage. I mean, it's always a shortage. I then go ahead with my 5% of energy, go to the mines because that's so freaking smart. What's the worst that could happen? I start at floor 40 and I take food. I eat food because, again, why would I go to the mines with that low of energy? And I didn't even check my luck, but whatever. I'm here. Also, again, combat. A lot of this is me running from monsters. Some of them I do go ahead and beat up, but yeah. I unfortunately only make it to level 48 before I'm running for my life and basically crying to my mama. Because I just didn't have enough food, didn't have enough energy, whatever. And so I decided to go ahead and stop over at the Venturers Guild and just check on some of the numbers of ghosts and stuff I have to kill. And unfortunately, nowhere near close. I mean, it is, only spring, and, These weapons, I always scour through, like, the weapons, the rings, and the clothes and stuff. I don't really know what the best options are here. I kind of just go with what I got. And hope for the best, to be honest. Also, I can't stand that guy because he's always just like, come back when you're blah 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 blah. Like you, and then that old miner dude that be on the beach be pissing me off. Anyways, I go home and smell some of the ore that I got. It's iron ore, which I also need, those. So I'm not complaining, but it wasn't copper, and that's really what I was focusing on. But anyways, I go ahead and head to sleep. I got a little bit of paper from my strawberry. Oh God, I love those strawberries. They're just, that's stuttering. I'm moving on. Day 27. On On day 27, I wake up, water my garden, harvest whatever the hell need to be harvested because this is just an everyday thing. I go to Clint and upgrade my copper axe. Finally, it's overdue. I go ahead and see Harvey again. I gotta stop and talk to my man once a day. I run into Alex's grandparents' house and I decide to give Evelyn a daffodil and not her glasses this time. Oh well. And I decide I need to craft some sprinklers because I'm so fed up with watering those goddamn plants. It's not even a joke. And it's just driving me crazy. I love my garden, but I hate watering it. So I kind of just throw the sprinklers in there without actually planning around how I want my garden to be next season, but it just is what it is. So anyways, I head back to the mines because I was pissed I ended off on level 48. So I decided to get back to it, and I get all the way down to level 51 before again I'm running for my life from a slow ass bat. Mind you, that was gonna take me out. Anyways, I'm gonna go to sleep after I put up all of my ores and stuff because I'm low. I did decide when I got to level 5 farming to do rancher. I know I don't have many animals yet, but I know at some point I'm going to be selling a lot more animal products than anything else in this game. I also got to level 3 combat, which is pretty sick. Also, look at all the money I'm getting from my crops. What can I say? Just a W farmer. You know what I mean? Anyways, day 28, the last day of this season of this year. I get $100 for my coop finally being finished, and I go down there and give her a good look, and she's gorgeous. Pretend I can do opera. Shut up. Anyways, I did realize I still need clay because I need a silo. And silos are relatively cheap, so it's not like a big expense, and especially even with materials and money. So the issue is though that I still don't have clay. So I look and I look and I look and I look and then I look some more and then I look a little bit more and then yeah. Moving on. So then I go down to the Cindertap Forest and I decide that it's time to go purchase my little chickens. Now, before y'all say anything to me, I found this out on TikTok, and if you think I'm a cheater, which I kind of did, not the point. Are you with your mama? I heard that if you named your, I think it has to be your chickens. I think you get rewards. So I did it. I sure did. On TikTok, I think it's just called the name hack or name glitch or something. I can't remember how I looked it up, but I saw it months ago, and I was like, oh, when I do another world, I'm gonna name my chickens that. Basically, you get a prismatic shard and a tiger slime egg or something like that, depending on the order you which number you put as your chicken's name. And so yeah, you get that little reward. I hope I'm not spilling something that is not supposed to be spilled. But also, I'm not a big YouTuber, so the amount of people that'll probably see this is probably small. So I kind of don't care. Anyways, and if they take it out, whoops, womp womp, lock in, twin. Once I get back to my farm, I go look at my chickens, 47 and 850, whatever their names are. I promise later in the series I'll actually have proper names for my animals, I promise. I do decide to go over a little bit in my plot, and when I went into my coop, I realized they didn't have food, so I had to run right back down to Marnie's because my chickens were going to starve to death. So yeah, hey girl, I went ahead and bought a couple pieces of hay. Again, I was planning on getting the silo built here pretty soon, so I wasn't too pissed about not getting too much hay. Tossed that there for my little babies and call it a day. I do close that. I don't know why I closed it. I think it's just because when you have baby chickens, they get lost in that grass real quick, even the ducks. I did sell one of my prismatic shards in the slime, since I don't even have the little slime hut thing to grow slime. So yeah, I tossed that, sold it, and look how much freaking money you get. Oh my god. Anyways, from here, I get off. I did go to sleep early just because I think I was on the game for 3 hours and I needed to get off. So that is all of spring, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I will be uploading summer here pretty soon. I have to edit it. And thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe and follow.